Hey there, it's Casey Dimon here, TaxSaleAcademy.com. In this video, we continue discussing how to research your tax sale properties. We'll be talking about three initials in specific: GIS. It stands for Geographic Information Systems. Now, if you've ever researched tax sale properties or real estate in general, you know that using GIS technology is a huge asset to have in your arsenal. It's a tremendous tool that's really come alive in the past 5 or 10 years here. You know, it's been around for a long time, but it's just now really hit mainstream. For simplicity's sake, GIS is essentially a mapping program with overlays on top of it. The overlays could be aerial views, parcel boundaries, flood zones, etc. We're going to show you an example momentarily. But here's three things that you need to know about GIS. GIS is still fairly expensive to implement in many counties, and there's a lot of counties that don't offer this service because of the cost. If they do, however, be thankful and be sure you take full advantage of it. Number two, it's usually free, although I have seen some paid versions in certain counties, and at that time you have to weigh out the cost effectiveness of paying for it. And number three, while it is very beneficial, it is, of course, just one piece of the tax sale research puzzle. There's so many other pieces you have to implement besides GIS. But if there's GIS, by all means, use it as one of your large pieces. Now, let's take a real-world example of how you can use GIS in your tax sale business.
Okay, so let's see an example of how exactly this works. This is the Lake County, Florida GIS system. What you'll realize is that all GIS systems are similar in some ways and they're all different in some ways. The best way to really feel comfortable using it is to just have that experience. Just take your time to browse around on it and get used to it. So let's go here and we'll just search a random name. Now if you click this button right here on their site, you can search by owner name, address, alt key, parcel number, or subdivision. We're going to search just on a random parcel. We'll search for a William Smith, which I'm sure is a common name. We can probably find somebody. So we can click right here. And we'll just click on, let's see, we'll click on this parcel right here. Now, if you click this information here, it'll give you a little bit of information there on your screen, which is kind of helpful. Year built, land value, building value, last sell price, that kind of stuff. But to actually use the capability of GIS, let's go here and we'll click Zoom to. And it'll zoom right to this parcel with all that information over there. So let's close this out of the way. And we'll actually zoom in a little bit more. You can do it a number of different ways. You can click the zoom button right here, or you can just click this right here, kind of like you're on a mapping program, and you can zoom out or you can zoom in. Okay, so what you'll see is this shaded parcel is the parcel that we're actually looking up right now. And right off the bat, you can kind of tell a little bit about it. Number one, it backs up to looks like a tree farm or a farm of some sort, which you can tell, of course, by the rows of crops that are planted. You know, you have a next door neighbor right across the street from you. You have no house. Obviously, so this piece of property can see that lake that is nearby. Don't know how long somebody could build on the piece of property, but that's something that might be a good selling feature. You know, it also shows you that there is a lake nearby. It shows you that the front's on a street. You know, it has road frontage. It's not landlocked. It also shows you that it's in a well-developed neighborhood. It's not out in the middle of nowhere. So that's basically what we can see directly off looking at this information. Now, what we can do is we can actually go back and look at aerials from 2004. What you're seeing, as it says right here, is 2014 aerials. So let's click back 2004 and check that and uncheck that. And it shows us these aerials. It's still very similar. It looks like the area it actually looks a lot better and a lot cleaner now, as far as not as many junk vehicles and that kind of stuff. But you can definitely see how far technology has come in those 10 years. We can click on it again, and it's certainly a lot cleaner picture. You know, we can even scroll down. Let's see how far we can go. So we can even scroll down, and we can see this guy has a swimming pool. This guy, their vehicle is home. So, you know, GIS can definitely give us a lot of very detailed information. Now, some areas it's not nearly this clear, but it definitely will give you a start. So on the right-hand side, we have all sorts of different kinds of layers. And we can't go through all these just because time constraints. Inside the Academy, we actually go through the majority of these, but just for this video, we'll go through it real quickly, what we're able to. You can click on points of interest. It shows you trails, boat ramps, county parks, that kind of stuff. Base features. We'll show you the boundaries of the county if it's on the county's border. It'll also show you the different subdivision names. You can see the property owners' names. You can see the addresses of the parcels. You can see if there's any county-owned property near it, that kind of thing. For instance, if we were to check this, and this piece of property right here directly across the street, we knew it was county-owned, hey, that might be a very, very good selling feature because you have access potentially to the lake right across the street from you. So we can scroll down a little further. We'll uncheck that. Public safety stuff, you know, fire hydrants, fire stations, that kind of stuff. It'll show us election and voting districts, planning and zoning. It'll show us all the zoning, if anything's been annexed into cities, that kind of stuff. Environmental, it'll show us the flood zones, and let's actually click that because it's near a lake. And my suspicions are that it is going to be on some sort of flood area. And as you'll see right there, it shows that it is in a flood area of some sort. We can continue scrolling on down here, and it'll show us the land contour. It'll show us the different terrain types and how the terrain flows, that kind of stuff, and of course all of our aerial maps. So this is kind of a very brief overview of everything that we can see on the property based off the GIS. And you know, as I just clicked there, you can see even the dimensions. It shows us a great amount of information. There's a wealth of information in GIS. Again, I caution you that it is a very, very valuable tool, but it is just one piece of the tax sale research puzzle. There are so many other pieces that need to be combined to have a full grasp and a full understanding of whether you're making a good investment or not. So hopefully this video has helped you out some. Inside the Tax Sale Academy, we actually have a number of videos on using GIS because it is such a valuable and powerful tool. We have a video similar to this one that is much, much more detailed. And we have a number of other videos that can really help you implement GIS into your tax sale business. And of course, in addition to that, we have hours and hours and hours of footage and content to help you build your tax sale business. If you'd like more information about it, just head on over to the taxsaleacademy.com. And you can actually do that by clicking the blue link right here on your screen if you're on a desktop. Otherwise, just type into your browser taxsaleacademy.com. Have a wonderful day, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.